Kicking things off here, we're gonna see Siegel come in the backfield. A little bit of a read option play from Ole Miss at the start. Man, our squad is honestly doing really well this season. 5-0 to kick things off. We are trying to put as much pressure as we can on these teams and just not come up short, because we've done such a poor job in previous seasons of losing a game that we shouldn't in the middle. All right, here we go. Big play. Watch the short stuff. They throw to the sideline like I thought, and he got 1 foot at least in. Watching the run game. They've been going really strong with that so far. We're seeing a big opportunity here. DeMel Hill demolished him. The big thing we're trying to do right now is just stop the run game. If we can stop the run game, these teams really can't pass that well on us, but so far we're not doing a good job. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh my God, we didn't even expect that. Big play out to the flats. Watson throws our guys down and he gets 11. I mean, if your first name is Adonis, you're probably going to be unbelievably strong like that guy was. Threw us to the ground like we had no strength. Okay, we've been working out, I promise. Big second down. We're trying to get some pressure there, but we just cannot, and they are running through us. We got to lock in here. Oh, a nice little pitch out here. Hill and company are there, and they stop him for a loss of 2. Will Hayes patrolling the middle force here. Looks like a read option, and look at that big stop. Christoph Houston getting in the backfield. Playing the pass 100% of the way here. Big third down and 15. Can the squad step up? They go with a halfback draw, things we did not expect. Oh my God, this almost worked for them. So the 4th and 7, Ole Miss is going to line up for a field goal. That one is going to be good. They don't have the Cowboys kicker or anyone related to him, and that is going to give them a 3-0 lead as Texas A&M falls. They just hit the top 10 or top 5, and now they lose a big game. Today's video is sponsored by Ipsos. I say they are an incredible rewards-based community, making sure that your valuable opinion helps benefit some brands, societies, the citizens of the world, and you get some rewards for it. Let's talk about it. I ask you guys all the time different questions on what you like using, what you don't like using, and you answer those, and that's great. But what if you could actually get rewards for that? There's a little app you can get in your phone called Ipsos I say, and I use this all the time when I'm cooking dinner, waiting for meals to finish, if I'm chilling on my lunch break, if I'm walking the dog, or if I'm just waiting for the dog to go outside and do something. This is an incredible time. We got those little free moments to use it. The concept is incredibly simple. You take part in a little bit of research, you answer a couple of simple questions, and then you can get so many different gift cards. It's insane. Now, me personally, you know that we just moved to Charlotte, North Carolina from Cleveland, Ohio, so we've been having to get little things around the house here and there, and this has been super helpful for me. Whether it's an Amazon gift card, a Starbucks gift card, or a Target gift card, I have been making sure that those are the ones that I really focus on, but there's so many. I've seen Walmart, Lowe's, Apple, Dunkin', CVS. There's so many. There's even prepaid virtual gift cards on here. It's kind of wild. If there's something everybody loves to give, it's their opinion, and you can literally get a benefit for doing it. The surveys are easy and they're fun to do. What's also really cool in my opinion is that the surveys they sort of give you in the beginning are figuring out who you are, what you sort of like, what you don't like, and they tailor everything to that. So I'm not out here answering questions about things I'm not interested in or things that I have no knowledge of, which I don't have a knowledge of a lot of things, but I do know that what I get in this app has been great and is tailored to my interests. So whether you're like me, you're trying to get things around the house and use Amazon gift cards, or you need to get your Starbucks paid for this week, Ipsos I say is the app that you have to download using the link down below in the description, answer a couple of quick surveys, and reap the rewards. Man, imagine going from 5 to 8, think you got an opportunity to get in the college football playoffs, and then you just poop the bed like that. Can't relate. Marquette Renee got that first grab of the game. We're going to see Fullwood bring this ball in. Nice juke move, cuts up the field. Warren Fullwood looking spicy today. Marquette Renee, though, even though we got the first grab, did bruise his shoulder, but they say he'll be back in a couple of plays, so we feel pretty good. But he's not even our starting tight end, so his opportunity today should still be there. Juice Dawson, the man refused to go down. Second down, Fullwood driving pretty well so far. He's rolling, doesn't really have anybody open, so he's going to try to turn for the first down. They say he's just shy, though. Third down, short to go. Juice Dawson, this is what he specializes in, pounding the rock up the middle for short yardage situations. 2:20 left in the first. Fullwood, same with the play action game. It's been money. Oh my God, he had a guy deep. He throws it up. Armani Furton, he can't quite get to it, and Caleb Blow nearly has a pick. Squad looking for something big. Fullwood throws one deep. He's got a guy, and Porter Ryan is going to grab it. That was an unbelievable effort by Ole Miss, but it's not going to be enough, and we get in the end zone first. Ole Miss knows they need the conversion, especially after we converted there. They got great blocking on the edge. DeMel Hill gets him, but they say he got across. Huge third down as the first quarter's winding up here. They throw one. It's a nice little curl route. They're going to fight for their bread, and Maurice Walker gets 13. Ole Miss goes for, looks like a run up the middle. They're going to try to get to the edge. Oh, that's a mistake because we got guys ready for him. Third down once again. This is huge, though. 3rd and 13. They're in field goal range, so this could be okay. Will Hayes can't quite get to the quarterback. We got a couple of guys there, but it's a dot. He ends up going backwards. Oh, when Chris Rogers gets 12, he needed 13. This is getting unreal right now. 4th and short. They're bringing a guy in motion. Sam Dees trips him up, and they say he didn't get across. That is an unbelievable play coming from the backside to make sure that doesn't become a first. Big-time players make big-time plays, and man, Sam Dees looked unbelievable there, showing why he could be an All-American this season, in my opinion. 2nd and 1. Forward again. Feels all the pressure in the world. He's going to turn up, though, and I think he's got enough for the first. He does. Porter Ryan slots in the backfield here with Juice Dawson and Warren Fullwood. Fullwood looks to keep this one. He's got an opportunity here. He's maybe could have got rid of it or slid, but he does get 9. Ole Miss kind of stacking the box. Joe Kendrick, don't care. The veteran's going to find his way up the middle. Juice Austin did have the wind knocked out of him. He's going to be out for a couple of plays, but hopefully we'll see him back soon. That dude is a fighter, and he'll definitely be back. Antonio Vaughn, speaking of a fighter, is going to pick up 9 here. Got himself a big tight end, and Fernie is down the sideline. No one is going to catch him. The big fella is in the end zone for the first time today, and it's 50 yards later. Ole Miss goes 3 now. All of a sudden, Cascade Valley has the ball back. We're sitting here on the 50-yard line. The squad is ready to go. Wilson's going to slide in the backfield here. Fullwood's going to pitch one out here to Wilson, and Wilson has nowhere to go. After a big loss of 4, Fullwood hits back to the play-action game. Looking to get his guys involved. He has a wide open guy here in Fernie, and Fernie, 2 big grabs in these last couple of plays. Fullwood makes a little adjustment here. Sends Vaughn on a deep route. Fullwood has to panic. He's got guys everywhere, and he's going to take a massive loss of 21. That is unacceptable. He cannot let that happen. Fullwood had a couple of guys that he obviously wanted to hit. He just could not get the ball out quick enough to make that happen. Now he's got more pressure, and he goes down for the second time. 3rd and 48 is not something Cascade Valley maybe has ever seen in school history. Things look a little tough. They are putting the pressure on Fullwood. This dude is fighting for his life out here, running around, fumbles. I don't blame him. This man has been hit and hit and hit today. We got to be a little bit smarter with how we set him up. This is the momentum that Ole Miss wants right now. They know they've got an opportunity to shine. They just got to get their guys moving around. Christoph Houston is about to light up Williams, but he slides smartly. Ole Miss only has 1 timeout remaining, 50 seconds left. They should be okay. You have to imagine they throw one here. Rodriguez Gibson is ready. He got one. He's going off to the races. Can anybody catch him? I don't think anybody's going to get big number 30. It's going to be close, but he's in the end zone completely untouched. Big fella, can you do something for me? We're going to hit at halftime with a 3-21 game. And man, Cascade Valley started a little sluggish, but man, they're picking up the pace. Halftime is here, and so are some recruits. We got Morgan Williams, the right outside linebacker. We got Austin Church, the center. And we got Kenneth Ross, another offensive lineman, because y'all always criticize me. Oh, you don't have enough offensive linemen. Guess what? We got some more. Now, we didn't quite get Jaron Poe yet or Wu Bendy Dace, but let's see where we are with them. Now, for Dace, it honestly feels like it's a matter of time before he signs. We've got this guy pretty much locked up. We've got him visiting here in week 8 against Ole Miss, so I feel like after this game, he should be locked in. Along with that, Jaron Poe had a great visit last week, just hasn't decided to really sign on the dotted line. He's already visited against Texas. He had our visit as well. I think we're going to be good. We just got to cross our fingers that no one else swoops in at the last minute. Ryan Gunter, another offensive tackle. We're looking at him right now. Still early in the game, but I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm still holding out hope that somehow, some way we can sign Devion Gurley. It's not looking good. We're down 1,500 points. We're only increasing about 50 a week. He's 95% locked. We don't have a visit schedule until week 12. We just got to cross our fingers and hope that we can really make a big jump for him. And if you're wondering, we're top 3. I think last week we were top 4. Now we're back in the top 3. I think as long as we finish in the top 3, I'll be happy with our recruiting effort. And speaking of effort, our guy Warren Fullwood, the #1 guy in the Heisman list 2 weeks in a row. You love to see it. Fullwood again, probably not his best game last week. Had 2 tackles. Never really want to see that. But still, turn the interceptions down, keep the touchdowns going. This guy's going to win the Heisman for sure. And from a top 25 standpoint, you got Cascade Valley, USC, Cal, Notre Dame, and Texas A&M sitting there at your top 5. Lots of movement this week with Notre Dame going up 2 and Texas A&M going up 3. Clemson moves up, Auburn, Alabama, Cincinnati. A lot of teams making some big jumps. UCF has a big fall from 4 to 11. Penn State falls from 5 to 12, losing to Michigan at that point. You're going to see Michigan go from 20 to 15. There has been tons of movement. Now you see Army staying pat at 18, BYU staying in the top 25, Oregon State, UCLA staying there as well. I think it's going to get spicy towards the end of the year. New half squad looking pretty good right now. We are trying to cook, and Fullwood's going to throw a dot to Porter Ryan, who goes up the middle for 21. Say what you will about Warren Full, but he's 9 for 10, 2 touchdown passes today. You love to see how the young fella's cooking. And we jinxed him. Well, Warren Fullwood can't always be perfect. Yeah, the good news is, though, the defense has been taking care of Cascade Valley. They're going to send a guy over in motion here on a big 3rd and 9. Will Hayes trying to get in there. He can't. Sam Dees misses on the tackle. A couple of guys step in, and we finally get him, but it's 16 too late. Feels like a read option play coming up here. Dees nearly gets him in the backfield. Williams almost gets off to the edge, but Pat Hill's able to wrangle him down. We've been sending blitzes at Ole Miss, and to their credit, they have not really been impacted by it at all. DeMel Hill absolutely whiffs on that play. They're going to see this guy go all the way out of bounds. Cruikshank goes for 17. Ole Miss has done a really good job of understanding when we have safeties that are covering the running backs, and they are exploiting that every single time. Hats off to them. Inside the red zone here, they're going to try to run. This time it goes to Scott. Scott hits the edge. He's going to go in the end zone for the first time today for Ole Miss. The interception on the last drive is just Not something you want to see, but Fullwood has done more good than bad so far today. I would just love to see this team protect him a little bit more. I think this guy's been put in some really tough spots, but he's still... It'd be like that sometimes. Fullwood's interception puts Ole Miss in the driver's seat. And Sam Dees says, hold on a second, I'm driving. Dees again coming through in the blitz. Actually, nobody gets through in the blitz. Gibson's going to hit Williams and kind of just breaks that man in half. Pause if needed. We're challenging Ole Miss a lot with blitzes here. Sam Dees running wild. Will Hayes comes in for his first sack of the afternoon. The interception was unfortunate, but this kick is not even close. We're okay. Fullwood, back-to-back drives with interceptions. Let's just stick to the run game a little bit more this drive. I think that'll be a little bit more safe for us. I think the important part for us is when we are passing like this play, we just gotta... Can y'all block for this man or not? I just want to point out, if anybody watched the halftime show and you saw who we were recruiting and who we just got, and you happen to complain that we have too many or we don't need to do that or don't need to do this, I hope you just watch plays like that and realize that we need all the offensive linemen we can possibly get. Now, we obviously had a punt. Ole Miss gets the ball back. They don't really do much, if anything, and so we get the rock again, trying to chew time off this clock and put points on the board. We have yet to score this half. Fernie slides over in motion a little bit. A little play action fake here to Dawson. Fullwood immediately feels the pressure. He's running around, throws a dot. He's got his guy Antonio Vaughn, who picks him up, maybe his second or third grab of the game. All we're trying to do is just advance this ball down the field safely. Fullwood again, just feels like he doesn't really have anybody. He's going to keep stretching. We got to be worried about injury or his fumbles here because he's been hit a lot today. Third quarter starts to wind down here. Fullwood. A lot of play action fakes. This man is just looking for some sort of blocking. I know we don't want to run with this guy, but can they block for this man? We've had a lot of issues at school with people just protecting the quarterback over the years, which has led to an unbelievable amount of quarterback injuries in Cascade Valley. Lord, we just fumbled, and thank God Reggie Wilson fell on that. And as we probably could have expected, McDonald is now in at quarterback. Fullwood has been running for his life. He's been hit an unbelievable amount of times, and because of that, Patrick McDonald's in. With the end of the third quarter coming, Fullwood had a little bit of time. Looks like he's back and ready to go. He gets it to Jalen Clark, and you love to see it. Jalen Clark doesn't do much with that move, but he is able to get the first. Fullwood's still pretty gassed, though. Had a bruised sternum, was reportedly his injury, but look at Ole Miss. They realize they are still in this game. As much as I hate to admit it, this Ole Miss team is honestly pretty talented. They are putting it on us. Fullwood throws a lame duck. Fernie's able to still grab it, and we're a yard shy of the first. Short yardage is Juice Dawson's forte. He loves this sort of opportunity. He goes up through that and finds the gap. Now we got a new set of downs. First and goal. Underneath, Antonio Vaughn to the 1. Ole Miss is a pretty heavy defensive line front here. They're stacking the box a lot. Juice Dawson is able to still get in there, and Cascade Valley extends the lead to 18. Play good on defense. We should be able to lock this one up. Oh, it's about to get spicy here. Big third down for Ole Miss. Kel Williams makes a little adjustment here. Sam Dees and company trying to get some pressure on him. He throws one. Jaquez Ness is there, but Rodriguez Gibson gets his second interception of the game, tying the school record that a whole lot of people have tied. You love it when a plan comes together, and what an absolute huge stop there by Rodriguez Gibson. And man, we try to get Matt Wilson involved, but just nobody wants to block today at all. Fullwood seems to be a little bit better, breathing more normal now. Wilson slides in the backfield. Last play didn't work, but can this one work? Fullwood throws it, but it runs into a defender. They are going to pick it up, and Ole Miss has the ball. The third turnover today by Fullwood. That one is just lucky. You have to imagine this is 4-down territory, and big 3rd and 10 again for Ole Miss. How many times we said that today? They're looking for something. They find something that is nearly there, and it's 4th and 1 at midfield. Sam Dees sees the read option. They try to go, and Williams falls. He doesn't go down. He fights for his bread, and he gets the first. Our goal is to get pressure on him. They go with a halfback screen here. We see it a little bit too late. They're going. We try to cut him back inside. We do, but it's still 10. Will Hayes and company trying to get in the backfield. Williams is going to break one off here. We're trying to get our guys around. Dees is going to hit him, and then we're going to ultimately bring him down, but it's 13 yards after. Go with a little bit of a heavier front. Staying with the man coverage. See what our guys can do. They pick up the blitz incredibly well, and Hill's going to force him out of bounds. Ole Miss has had a really tough schedule, and man, they are battle tested. They are showing it right now. Look at Amir Carson get the lost drop there. Kendall Owens, nice move, but it doesn't matter. They try to keep him in bounds, and we do, and Siegel gets 12. Ole Miss stays alive. It's not exactly how we drew this up. This one is nearly picked by Simmons. That is to the house if he gets both hands on it. What can we do here? A lot of pressure coming his way. He throws one. It's a beautiful out route to McCarthy. It's got to be a big stop here. Christoph Houston looking to shoot the gap. They're picking him up incredibly well. He panics, and Will Hayes brings him down for a 5-yard loss in that sack. They're bringing in the backup quarterback, trying to get something. We're sending immediate pressure after him, and we get him. What a huge drop. Walker Steen goes down. 2 last names. Don't care. We're putting them down. Man, we were able to turn this thing around. It was getting ugly for a minute, but after we saw the ball go back in the end zone, the guy stepped up. Rodriguez Gibson, by far the player of the game, and we had a lot of stuff to talk about. Fullwood again, people will hate on him, but 3 touchdowns. He ends up getting a garbage time one, along with 17 for 21, 295 yards. He threw 4 incomplete passes today. He was running for his life the entire time. The offensive line did a poor job of protecting him, and that was apparent. He had 32 rushing yards on the ground, a whole lot more, but obviously the sacks take away from that. Juice Dawson, major runs in garbage time, 15 for 126 and 2 rushing touchdowns. Joe Kendrick gets in with a rushing touchdown as well. On the receiving side, Antonio Vaughn had 4 grabs for 39. We see Furtney get in the end zone early. Porter Ryan had the 50-yard grab, and we see Mikael Smith get a 33-yard touchdown catch late in the game. And then defensively, Will Hayes was everywhere today. The senior, who has really only got an opportunity to play the season, has been great. 8 solo tackles, 3 for loss, 2 sacks. You'd love to see that. From a sack perspective, we also had George Fry and Sam Dees get involved. Interceptions, it was one guy and one guy only. Rodriguez Gibson has been a stud. 6'4" playing corner. You ain't throwing over that man at all. I love how the defense played. The offense had some issues we obviously got to work through, but again, I think we will be fine. If the offensive line can gel, block better for Fullwood, I think a lot of these mistakes he's having to roll out of the pocket and throw on the run or throw it back across his body will go away. But if they don't block, God help us. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.